Hey everyone, and welcome back. It's Angela here, and today we are going to continue with the train wreck that is Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Prince Harry has been on a roll with all his press appearances for someone who hates the press, and I've been doing my best trying to catch up with him, his contradictions, his lies, and overall his bizarre behavior. I've been covering Spare, the Netflix soap opera with Meghan Markle, his other interviews, and so much more. So if you're interested in keeping up with Prince Harry and also retaining your brain cells, like and subscribe for more. In today's video, I'm discussing his ITV interview with his longtime friend of 20 years, Tom Bradby, especially that bizarre comment he made about the royal family not being racist, despite both he and Meghan calling them racist on Oprah 2 years ago. Tom Bradby tells him that he accused members of his family of racism, and while he's talking, Harry shakes his head no and says, "No, we didn't." Of course, he's talking for Meghan as well by saying we because he is the mouthpiece for her, while she's letting him take all the lashings, despite him saying exactly what she wants him to say. Notice how Meghan is radio silent, while Harry makes a fool of himself in front of everyone. Harry then gives the sickest smile and says, "The British press said that." Now, this is the part of the interview that bothered me the most because he really thought he did something. Like, he really thought he served, he really thought he proved a point, and that everyone will be like, "Oh my god, mind blown, everyone is shook, the whole world stopped." When in reality, just like Tom Bradby, the whole world is confused and quite frankly, disgusted.
In the Oprah interview, you accuse members of your family of racism. You don't even...
The British press said that.
Right.
Tom Bradby struggles to reply to his delusional answer, to which Harry cuts him off and says,
Did Meghan ever mention that they were racist?
Uh-huh.
To which Tom Bradby replies to him with facts and logic, but gets cut off by Harry.
She said there were troubling comments about
There was
skin
concern
color.
about his skin colour.
Right. Wouldn't you describe that as essentially racist?
I wouldn't, not having lived within that family.
So let me get this straight. Harry says that the royal family is not racist, nor would he describe their alleged actions over their concern about Archie's skin color because he lived with them. Essentially saying that he's never seen racism from them, nor does he regard that comment about Archie's skin color as racism. So why did he and Meghan wait 2 years to clear this up? Better yet, why did he and Meghan paint a lie on Oprah? On Oprah, there was a whole segment of Meghan on the verge of tears,
one tear, left eye, go,
with her dramatic pauses and Oprah's elaborate gestures, while she was telling a story about how the royal family was racist to her. And even though Meghan and Harry don't come out and boldly say the royal family is racist, they are describing and recalling a story that is meant to be taken as an example of racism, that a family was concerned about a child's skin color. Look at the wording.
Concerns and conversations about how dark his skin might be when he's born.
What?
And
Who is having that conversation?
She says there were concerns about the color of Archie's skin, and the way she says it is obviously with the intention of saying that the royal family is racist. When asked who's having these racist conversations with Meghan, she just looks around dramatically at Oprah with a sad look and just nods her head and stays quiet. So Oprah says,
What?
because again, the context is that she just told a story that the royal family is racist. It's a huge accusation to make. And the way Meghan is just quietly nodding her head and her facial expression, it's basically saying, yeah, like look at what I was going through. She again doesn't talk some more for the drama, and she stutters around until Oprah reiterates what Meghan just told her, and that there was a conversation about how dark Archie will be, and Oprah of course is feeding into the conversation, and Meghan says that there were several conversations.
there's
Stop
several,
right now.
there's several conversations
There's a
about
conversation with you
it. With Harry.
about how dark your baby is going to be?
And she makes it a point to say that there were several conversations with Harry about how dark Archie would potentially be, and Meghan specifically says,
Potentially, and what that would mean or look like.
Ooh.
and then she takes this dramatic pause, where all jokes aside, she just looks so vindictive. She knows what she's saying isn't true, but she needs to point the finger at someone. And Oprah asks her, "And you're not going to tell me who had the conversation?" To which Meghan says,
I think that would be very damaging to them.
Okay.
why? Racism is a damaging thing to have on your public record. If it was unconscious bias like Harry tried to say on ITV, then there wouldn't be this whole soap opera and Oprah wouldn't be acting this dramatically. Meghan also claimed that at the time, their baby wouldn't get the prince or princess title, nor receive security because their baby is black. Now, I made an entire video on why their kids don't have those titles, so go check it out because I was very detailed. I also made 2 videos about all their lies on Oprah, and as we can see, we can add this big fat lie into a whole other video. Harry then comes on later in the interview with Oprah to reiterate Meghan's lies about his family wondering how dark Archie would be, and is asked if they left the country because of racism. Meghan looks over to Harry to answer, and he says,
It was a large part of it.
he even says that he's not going to share that conversation with his family because that's how damaging it was, and it was awkward and shocking for him, and he won't even restate the question to Oprah. At this point, it's absolute insanity because Harry is now backtracking, saying that Meghan never said that the royal family is racist, but it was the British press who invented that story. And honestly, this pissed me off because this man-child doesn't know how to take accountability, because at the end of the day, the press is going to write about what the subject is saying. And if Meghan is holding back her crocodile tears on Oprah as this white powerful family is asking about her baby's skin color, obviously that's going to be painted as an act of racism, because the way she painted it and her intention on Oprah was exactly that. It's not like she said, "This is how the conversation went," and she was lighthearted and said, "Oh yeah, everyone was poking fun, saying I wonder how dark he's going to be, considering his dad is pale and his mother is literally white passing. It's going to be a shock if anyone thinks he's black." Because that's how the conversation most likely went. And any mixed race couple, along with their friends and family, always inquire about how a baby will look like, because it's always cool to see a mixed baby and to see whose genes are gonna dominate. But the fact that Meghan went on Oprah with the intention of making sure the royal family suffers lashings of racism is the issue here. It was such a serious accusation to the point where the royal family had to issue an official statement where the late queen said her iconic sentence, "Recollections may vary," something that has been proved true every single day by none other than Harry and Meghan. So for Harry to sit in an interview with Tom and try to gaslight the viewers and the press, who apparently made up a story saying that these 2 clowns literally called the royal family racist, meanwhile that's apparently not true, is insane, considering the Oprah interview was available for everyone to watch, and Oprah's reaction to Meghan recalling the story went viral on social media. And they knew what the public consensus was going to be. It was such a big story, both Prince William and Kate Middleton were asked by the press if the royal family is racist that same week, to which Prince William said,
"The royal family a racist family, sir?"
We're very much not a racist family.
So again, it wasn't something invented by the press, it was something that came out of Harry and Meghan's mouths that made the royal family reply and issue a statement. The official statement literally said, "The issues raised, particularly that of race, are concerning. While some recollections may vary, they are taken very seriously and will be addressed by the family privately. Harry, Meghan, and Archie will always be much loved family members." And who were they replying back to? Clearly Harry and Meghan, not the British press. Harry just looks absolutely unbelievable as he tries to shift the blame on the press for something both he and his D-list wife said. And if maybe Meghan was a better actress, the majority of people would believe her. And the funny part is that Harry always likes to play the blame game with the British press, meanwhile both he and Meghan are canoodling with the US press, with Gayle King saying that Meghan told her,
So I say, Meghan has documents to back up everything that she said on Oprah's interview. Everything.
So where is this so-called evidence? It's been years and now they're backtracking on their statement. And as royal biographer Angela Levin said, why did Harry accept the award from the Kennedy Foundation in November for the structural racism in the royal family if he never said the royal family was racist? Kerry Kennedy literally compared Meghan and Harry to her human rights crusading father and said, "When my father went to South Africa in 1996, he spoke to an all-white audience. He said that few will have the courage to confront their colleagues and their fellows and their family and their community about the structures of power that they hold. That's what Meghan Markle and Prince Harry did. They went to the biggest institution, the longest standing institution in all of British history, and they said, "What we're doing is wrong. We can't have this structural racism within this institution." Now, as you guys are all listening to this, it just makes me laugh because we already knew that they accepted an award for no reason, considering they did absolutely nothing to fight against racism, but now we have proof that they were awarded for something they claimed to fight against, but they also claim never happened.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. No, it doesn't!
Kinda like how they claim to fight against paparazzi hounding, yet not once have they ever been hounded. A TikTok user made a great video saying that Harry and Meghan are deliberately saying certain things to a British audience and other things to an American audience. So in conclusion, we're all being played and gaslit by the two people that claim the press plays and gaslights them. Ah, irony, it's always so funny. While being interviewed by Tom Bradby, an interview broadcast in the UK, Harry said that the royal family isn't racist, despite his and Meghan's own words on Oprah. But in his 60-minute CBS interview with Anderson Cooper, he again implies that his family was uneasy around Meghan and there was a mistrust because she was black, biracial, and with a black mother. He tries to turn it back on the UK press, but Anderson Cooper asks him if those stereotypes were within the family and were the reason for sources of mistrust, and Harry says yes, which again is an example of racism. I covered the entire CBS interview in a video, so go check it out. But what I need people to understand is that when he says things like that, the result and implication are that this is racism. There is no other way for an audience to perceive that information. You don't have to say, the royal family is racist. But when you give a story that heavily implies racism, and you follow it up with the dramatics, obviously you want a reaction and the conclusion to be the royal family is racist, Meghan and Harry experienced that racism, and that's why they left. And ultimately, we know that's a lie because the royal family was more than welcoming to Meghan. It's just her own actions and character that were the cause of her demise in the end. They literally spent all of episode 3 on Netflix, calling the royal family racist, trashing the Queen's Commonwealth, and so much more. We know their agenda. They need to get a reality grip and some real therapy, but like the Princess of Wales says, therapy doesn't work for everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed my coverage of Harry's ITV interview. Nothing more was said that wasn't repeated in the CBS interview. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, please let me know so I can continue covering Harry and Meghan's bizarre behavior. Check out our Meghan and Harry playlist for more tea, like and subscribe for more, follow us on our social media, and as always, I'll see you next time.